All right. Hey, welcome to day 34, the 2025 bodybuilding prep challenge that I've taken on this year. Yeah, so it's keeps moving along, keeps ticking along. Things are going well. Got some things I wanted to share with you guys that I'm learning and applying, and so forth. So far, so supplement update. So, hey, this was one of the ones, right? Alpha Brain by Onnit that I had tried. And honestly, I didn't notice anything. I didn't notice much of anything. So, not one I will be repurposing. I did find out, so the Ultra Brain falls into, just pulling up here, falls into what they call nootropics, which is good for memory and etc. Right? So there's, as you look at these different products of nootropics, there's 5 chemicals. There's L-theanine, which is in green tea. So I love green tea. So I've been kind of increasing that a little bit more. So L-theanine is already in green tea. Creatine monohydrate, which I already take, and we've talked about that. That has been studied to the nines. They have all kinds of health benefits, especially for muscles. It definitely fills the muscle, so makes you look a little more buff. But it has other effects as well. Some people say memory and cognition, those type of things. Bacopa maniri. Hopefully I said that right. Also in a tea. You can find it in a tea. Particular teas, but you can get it. And then Huperzine A, I don't know what that is, and vinpocetine. Don't know what that is either. Haven't played with those. But the top 1, 2, 3 of them are very cheap. This Alpha Brain was not cheap, and it was 15 capsules or 30 capsules, but you have to take 2 in one dose, so it's 15 days or whatever. Didn't really notice much from it, so I'm bagging that one. Alpha Brain's out of here. Let's see what else. Food's going good. Still eating good. Going to be adding some more leafy greens since I'm taking in so much protein. I want to increase that a little bit more. Still eating vegetables. Putting in some like roasted potatoes for carbs for energy. I feel great. Workouts are going really well. My body feels pretty lean. I quite honestly think when I hit that cutting phase, I'll probably have about 10 pounds, maybe 12 to knock off. I did learn, and I should have remembered this, but I didn't, when I bought my scale. So my scale that measures your body fat, you stand on. Unfortunately, if you have that type of scale, all it does is the impedance signal goes up your right and left leg. And it's taking that and saying, okay, this is how much body fat you carry on your right and left side. And then it's guessing for the top half is the best I could say. I knew they were off, but apparently they're off more than I thought. They could be off as much as 10 to 12%, not like 5 or 6. So I'm going to get a DEXA scan pretty soon here in this month, probably. And DEXA is, honestly, could also be off by a little bit as well. But usually if the machine's dialed in, it's kind of it's the gold standard. So if you're looking at those body fat scales, there is one where you actually stand on the scale. So you got the little pads, and then there's this little bar that you hold. I've been seeing it come up a ton on my Instagram feed and stuff. And the bar that you hold will then give you impedance signal through right and left and through upper torso. So you have lower and your upper. Maybe it's more accurate. I doubt it. Personally, it's probably not worth it. Use a scale. It's one of the tools, of course, and you can use that body fat scale. It'll give you some idea. Just don't go crazy thinking it's going to be that accurate. And of course, I still think the best tool is, how do you look? How do your clothes feel? How do you look in a mirror with your shirt off, just wearing a pair of shorts? Mirror's not going to lie, as we talked about quite a bit. And the last thing I want to cover was cardio. So kind of wanted to share something with you guys. I don't do a ton of cardio. I walk. That's pretty much my cardio. I'll do elliptical. And that's fine. And that'll probably have to increase when I hit those 16 weeks of cutting. But the thing is, like, people, especially when they start workouts, they go nuts in their cardio and think, oh, I'm just going to do more cardio and then I'll burn more fat. And I mean, yes, you will, but I think we talked about this. You add more wear and tear on your body. And the other thing is, for instance, I went out and took a 1.25 mile walk yesterday at a pretty good pace, right? And according to my watch, I was 200 calories burned. Pretty close, probably. I was walking pretty fast. It's 200 calories, and that's like 2 Oreos. I mean, it's not that much. So to say, hey, I'm going to go walk for 3 miles a day or 5, it's like, well, now you're saying, like, how much time is going to take you to do that, and what's the net effect from that as far as what you're going to lose? And you'll start out. I mean, you could lose. Let's just double mine. So if you did like almost 3 miles, you could be looking at 450, right? But are you going to do that every day? Like, I could pretty close do most days a week my walk. I know how long it takes me to do it. And okay, I'm going to burn 200 calories. That's cool. That's a good deficit. But if you're thinking you're going to burn like 800 calories doing cardio, it's not going to be something that it's going to be easy to keep up with, right? And the bang for your buck is, okay, 200 is what I lost, right? Or how many calories I burned. And then we just said it's 2 Oreos, right? So if you're going to first and foremost create that calorie deficit, right? Because this is all we're talking about anyway. Calories in, calories out. You're burning them in cardio, you're taking them in food, or you're reducing your calories that you need for your daily consumption. So that'll lower your calorie intake. Reduce your calories in your food first, the diet first. I say it's easier. It's definitely easier on the joints. So go there first, and then definitely still have cardio because it's still good for you, obviously, for so many reasons. But I wouldn't say to just burn yourself out on the cardio, like running on a treadmill or whatever. If that's going to put wear and tear on your joints, or it's just going to just start to drain you so much, it isn't worth it. Stick with the walking, but first and foremost, create the calorie deficit in your diet, and I think you'll definitely have more success. You'll have, like I say, consistent success if you can stay with that. If you're doing both, reducing your calories in your diet, say like 200, 300, whatever, and then you do a walk, and that's a 500 calorie deficit. It's 7 times 5. It's 3,500 calories, which they say. 3,500 calories, which they say is 1 pound. So just by doing those changes, you should be losing around 1 pound a week. Now, you're going to have times where you're going to plateau and it's going to only be like 0.5 or whatever, but that's still a consistent pace. And I think, So anyways, just wanted to share that. So cardio thing, it's debated, you just keep doing more cardio, and you can, but it's like your body will get tired and shut down. So if you could find that balance where like you're reducing your calories from food and you're also you're burning some calories from cardio, and hopefully you'll have some success. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm sticking with that plan right now. I don't need to really go crazy on cardio. I think I'll probably end up reducing my food when the time comes, and maybe increasing cardio a little bit. But we'll see what happens. It's a journey. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know. If not, I'll talk to you probably in a few days.